Hey everybody, welcome to your practice. Molly here. Thanks for joining me again. So, as I'm keeping up to the best of my ability with everything that's going on in the virtual world and how we're all staying connected during this time of relative isolation, there's one thing that seems to be coming up a lot, and that is that in this time, we're all finding that we have to be with ourselves. And although in some ways, many of us embrace this as a real gift, it is definitely something that while maybe just in our thought process when we're going about our normal lives, it seems like I wish I had time for myself. But the thing about having time to yourself is that when you have time to yourself, you actually really have to confront yourself and everything about who you are and what decisions you're making and what behaviors we're exhibiting. And for many of us, a lot of those things are really interesting to consider. And for many of us, some of the things that we begin to confront when we have time to just be with ourselves and be in our own skin without a lot of external pressures or input, is that some things we discover are not quite so comfortable. And so, one of the gifts that the yoga practice gives us is the opportunity to confront situations that maybe aren't so comfortable. And when we use the physical practice, I kind of like to think of the different asanas, the different positions, like different situations in life. And some situations are easy and comforting and feel really good and nourishing, and other situations maybe feel like they require a little more effort, and some further still even kind of put us in confrontation with our fears, with our capabilities. And really, in any of those moments on the spectrum from comfortable to uncomfortable, we have three kind of major tools that we can use to find part of this idea of union, yoga, huge, which is bringing together everything in harmony, the good, bad, the this, the that, all of it. And those three things are our mind. Often we confront this as how we have formulated an attitude to something. Our body, our actual physical positioning in life, maybe that's really taking a different stance on something in when we're on our mat and practicing. Maybe it's just adjusting something about the positioning of the body to lead us toward greater comfort and greater surrender to the honesty that is. And the third is our breath. And all of us have experienced this when we get uncomfortable or we experience some kind of physical or emotional trauma. The first thing to change is the breath, right? Which then changes the body, which then changes the attitude. And so, as we have the gift of this time in front of us, and even if you're watching this, I guess 10 years from now, it doesn't really change. It's just kind of the level and magnitude of what we're all experiencing together right now that perhaps makes it feel so much more significant. But as we enter into the practice today together, what I'd like to invite us to do is just investigate these different moments of relative comfort versus discomfort, and to perhaps begin to cultivate with a little more attention these three ways that when we find ourselves, sometimes we're so comfortable that we just stop paying attention. And that's a really good time to find a way to pay attention again. And sometimes, and now I think we're finding it on a more intimate level, when we begin to confront things about ourselves or about how we feel or about the reality of our lives that feel a little uncomfortable, what ends up happening is a little bit of stiffness and tightening. And if the whole template of life is fluidity, and that is how life actually leads or really embodies this idea of constant transformation, then we too need to seek to stay on that level of fluidity so that when we encounter something that doesn't seem to be working, we can translate it into something else rather than putting all of our defenses up and together so that we stay stuck in whatever that discomfort is. So to start the practice, we'll go ahead and lie down on our backs. And again, if you haven't set your space, just make some room for yourself. You don't need a lot of room, but just to make sure that you can move freely. And then go ahead and find a comfortable position on your back, either straight away, just extending everything out into a shavasana-like situation, or if you're just waking up, or have been doing a lot of work that you don't normally do physically around the house, in the yard, maybe bending the knees and separating the feet, and then letting the knees fall together to support the back, the curvatures of the spine a little bit more. And then once you find your comfortable position, go ahead and close your eyes. And with the eyes closed, take a really big, deep, conscientious breath. And after that inhale is full and as big and as deep as you can make it, open the mouth and have a little sigh out. And then let that be the door opening to you beginning to witness with a little bit more attention the experience of your breath. And here, right from the beginning, with the awareness beginning to hone into the experience, the sensations of just this simple thing of breathing. And right from the start, scan your situation, and even here in this supported place, is there anything that you can shift in your attitude, your breath, or your physical body to bring more ease, to bring more fluidity? And if there is, and you're struggling to do it, just noting that that's the situation, and then go ahead and give yourself the opportunity to make any simple, small shifts to be really comfortable and at ease for the next few moments. And in that relative comfort and ease, begin to deepen the breath a little bit. And just beginning to witness maybe where the breath flows most easily into the body. Maybe where you're beginning to recognize any small sensations. And as if the breath, as it grows and becomes more even with your gentle attention, is a gentle breeze, just blowing away the dust, the residue of any work you've done so far up to this point. And then let this be the moment of stillness and the most intimate relationship with yourself, where you're just sort of stepping back and looking at the work you've done so far. The fullness and the softness of the breath, again, just blowing away any recognizable obstructions from really seeing and being with yourself in this moment. And then doing your best to keep this deep, even breath throughout the practice. Begin to reach your arms up overhead, letting them rest against the floor softly and relaxed. And if the legs are straight, begin to bend them, placing the feet flat to the floor, and heel toe your feet out to find the edges of your mat. Begin to Shift the knees right and left here, right and left. Windshield wiper like motion to begin to signal to the body that we're going to begin to move and navigate through some different situations, exploring and beginning to recognize more deeply how we're each choosing to interact with the world around us. And let this motion, let this rocking right to left be really natural, really soft. No destination, no force. Just beginning to let the body move through space. Great. And then bring the knees back to the center. Hug both knees into the chest, maybe holding one shin with each hand to keep a little space and a little rock right to left here, right to left across the entirety of the spine. And again, come on back to center. Keep a hold of the right knee. Place the left foot down to your mat and hug the right thigh up and in toward the rib cage. Keep the shoulders, the throat, and the face relaxed, and if there's room, extend that left leg beneath you. Right, as you're ready, use the left hand to guide the right knee across the left side of the body, extending the right arm at shoulder height, a gentle, simple twist here. And having 2 or 3 breaths here, just beginning to flush out the central nervous system with your deep, full breath. And then draw the right knee back into the center. Bend the left knee again, placing the foot flat to the mat, and cross the right ankle over the top of the left thigh. Maybe just staying here and having a little rock right to left, or thread the right arm into the triangle of the legs, wrap the left hand around the back of the left thigh. And again, keeping the upper body as relaxed as you can, use the strength of your biceps to draw the legs any closer to your body, to the front of your body that you can. And so even here, the hips, ooh, we love having conversation with our hips, but a really nice time to be honest about your effort. Kind of pulling the legs a little closer, but not to the point where you stop breathing. And here, maybe just seeing if there's anything with your body, your attitude, or your breath that you can change to find some ease and comfort in what you're doing. Great. And then place the left foot down to the mat, uncross your right ankle, and heel toe those feet out to the edges of the mat, maybe readjusting your spine if you need to. This time spreading the arms like airplane wings, palms facing up, arms extending at the level of the shoulders, and just begin that gentle oscillation of the knees again. Left and right, left and right, left and right. And again, no particular speed here, but once you get the hang of it, you can start to add your head in opposition to the knees. So as the knees go right, the head rolls left, and as the knees go left, the head rolls right. Another twisting, gentle twisting of the whole spine. Great, and then come on back to the center and hug both knees into the chest again. If the spine and the hips are starting to loosen a little, you could hug all the way around the legs, or just keep holding one leg with each hand. And again, a little rock right to left, maybe even a little bigger here. Great. And then come on back to the center, hold onto that left knee and drop the right foot to the floor. Give a gentle pull with the arms of the left thigh toward the left side of the rib cage, and maybe extending the right leg beneath you. And then as you're ready, use the right hand to guide the left knee across the right side of the body to a simple twist, left arm extending, shoulder height out to the left. And as we're just waking up the body, as we're just entering into our investigation for today, our practice for today, Again, I invite you not to force anything, not to push anything. And if that is what you really want to do, maybe just recognizing that that's a tendency. And here, just having one more nice deep breath, letting the body respond to your suggestion in the way that it wants. And then draw that left knee back into the chest, bend the right knee, place the right foot flat to the floor, cross the left ankle. And again, maybe staying here or wrapping the hands around the back of the right thigh, left hand through the legs, right hand outside. And any little small movements here as you draw the legs toward the chest, keeping the shoulders and the face relaxed, and just giving a little encouragement to that left hip here. Great. Go ahead and place the right foot back to your mat. Place the left foot back to the mat. And one more time, hug those knees into the chest. Extend both legs up to the ceiling or the sky and begin to point and flex through the feet, pointing and flexing, pointing and flexing. Getting a little awakening, a little juice, a little breath into the back of the legs and the ankles, and then circle those ankles, maybe in a coordinated way, maybe not. And then reverse the circle the other way, whichever way you went. Great. And then hug the knees back into the chest. Draw the forehead up toward the knees and start to get a little rock forward and back. If this doesn't work for the spine or the back or any part of the body, just roll to one side. But if you're rocking back and forth, see if you can pause for a moment between the shoulder blades and pause for a moment on the sacrum, starting to engage deeply in the muscles of the abdomen, starting to engage that central power a little bit, and then get enough momentum that you rock all the way forward and crawl your way all the way forward to your hands and your knees. On your next inhale, just offer the heart forward as you soften the belly down, and as you exhale, spread between the shoulder blades, round through the spine. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale. A nice opportunity to invite the breath to be the music to your movement. Come on back to a neutral spine. Extend the right leg and then the left behind you, coming to a high plank position. Step the big toes a little closer to one another. Vashisthasana, side plank, right side. Pour the weight onto the outer edge of the right foot and the right hand, and then step your left foot directly forward in front of you. Extend the left arm up to the sky, spin your palm toward your head, and then reach up and over across that left ear with the left arm. Once you've got your steadiness here, lift the left heel away from your mat and get a little bit of cat and cow motion here in your side plank. Not a very traditional exploration here. Since we're exploring different situations and different levels of comfort, see here again if there's anything you can change, breath, body, or attitude to fully enjoy whatever this suggestion means to you. Great. Place your heel down, place your left hand down, keep your feet exactly as they are. This is going to feel a little awkward, and just lift your hips toward the sky as if you were coming to a downward facing dog. Do your best to let your head relax between the upper arms, lifting the hips toward the sky, and have another breath here. Stepping back to your first downward facing dog here, letting the body really stretch in all directions, and then glide on forward once again to your high plank. Find your strength, find your steadiness. Vashisthasana, left side. Big toes together, outer edge of the left foot, left hand, and then step directly forward with that right foot, extending the right arm up to the sky. Flip the right palm forward and up and over you go for a delicious side stretch. Lift the right heel and begin to shift the body forward and back and forward and back. Enjoying maybe kind of an atypical exploration here of a familiar position. Breath is easy and steady. Mind is finding the joy. Place the heel down, place the hand down, keep the feet as you reach the hips up and back. Straight and strong through the arms, pushing down and forward with the hands. One more deep breath here. Great. Downward facing dog, stepping the feet back, letting the body stretch and reach, and then pedaling through the feet, taking any small intuitive movements here that further help the body to begin to coordinate its efforts, give more room to the breath. Great. Glide forward to a high plank position once again. Lower the knees and lower the rest of the body in one piece, Sphinx pose. Extend the legs behind you. Prop yourself up on your elbows. Elbows underneath the shoulders or maybe even a little bit in front. 10 fingers spreading wide, toes reaching gently back behind you. Press down into the elbows and just glide the heart forward. Drop the chin to your chest here and see as you drop the chin, see if as you drop the chin, you can lift the center of the chest in the direction of the chin. And then either stay here for another breath or two or go ahead and lift the gaze, but keep the lifting of your heart. Beautiful. On an exhale, lower down, place the palms, glide through your hands and your knees, tuck your toes behind you, downward facing dog once again. Look between the hands, bring the feet forward, walking, stepping, cartwheeling. Maybe it's too early for cartwheeling. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold deeply over your steady feet. Inhale, press down into the feet to rise all the way up to stand. And as you exhale, bring the arms to the sides. Great. Inhale. Sweep the arms forward and up. Surya Namaskar A. Exhale, palms together in prayer as you fold forward down. Inhale, offer your heart forward, lifting halfway. Exhale, place the palms and walk the feet back, downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath here in downward facing dog. And as you exhale, find somewhere on your body to soften. Inhale, glide forward to a high plank position. Exhale, lower in any way that feels comfortable. Untuck the toes, extend the arms alongside the body, Shalambhasana. Begin to lift the heels and the head forward and back, forward and up, back and up, reaching and stretching. Gaze can stay just in front of the front edge of your mat. Keep the spine coordinated in its efforts. Have one more nice big deep breath here, lifting and stretching. Place the palms next to the rib cage. Let the toes land to the mat as you find a little baby cobra pose. And then exhale, lower down. Press back to your hands and knees. Tuck the toes and lift the hips, downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths here in downward facing dog, inhaling and exhaling. Any small changes in the breath, attitude, or body to help you find ease. And then gazing between the hands, bringing the feet forward, Uttanasana at the top of your mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen from tailbone to the top of the head. Exhale, fold deeply over the legs. Inhale, press down to rise up, all the way up, all the way up. Exhale the arms by the sides. We'll try that again. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. Exhale, palms together, gliding through the center of the body as you fold and dive forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the palms and step the feet back, downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath here, and as you exhale again, part the lips and just have a gentle sigh out. Inhale, glide forward to a high plank position. Exhale, lower in any way you wish. Shalabhasana once again. Extend the arms by the sides of the body. Inhale, lift the head, lift the feet, fly over your life. Get a bird's eye view. And here, even if this is not the most comfortable situation you've been in, anything that you can shift with your attitude, breath, or body to find some ease and choose how to interact with it. This is the moment. On an exhale, place the palms, a gentle press back and up into cobra. Exhale, lower the chest, press back to the hands and knees, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths here in your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Listen carefully, soften the knees a little bit and walk the hands backwards to your feet. Uttanasana at the back of your mat. Relax the head, relax the throat. Inhale, lift halfway. Ardha Uttanasana, place the left fingertips under your face, bend the left knee and reach the right arm high for the sky. Exhale, touch the right hand down. Place the right hand where the left was. Bend your right knee and lift the left arm high to the sky. Great. On an exhale, touch down. Having some electrical issues, so hopefully the light is going to be fine. Take that right foot over the left foot, aligning the outer edges of the feet. Great. Press into the left fingertips and lift the right arm high to the sky again. So life changing our stability, our sense of support here just a little bit. Just noticing how that shifts either our attitude or our breath. And then touch the right fingertips down, uncross the feet, cross the left foot over the right, aligning the outer edges of the feet. Press into the right fingertips and lift the left hand for the sky. Have a nice deep breath here, recognizing any self-created tension or discomfort, and maybe just letting that go. And then touch the left hand down, uncross the feet, heel toe your feet a little wider, spinning the toes at a 45-degree angle, bend the knees, and come to Malasana Yogi Squat. Just hang here for a moment to catch your breath if you need, and then spin the hands so that the backs of the hands come together. Draw the chin toward the chest and round the spine like cat. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, see if you can round more. On the following inhale, roll to the balls of the feet, open the arms, open the chest, and spin the palms up to the sky. Exhale, lower the heels, draw the backs of the palms together, and tuck the chin between the arms. Inhale, rock forward, balls of the feet, open the arms, open the chest, spin the palms up. Exhale, rock forward, round forward. Great. Inhale, open and expand. Exhale, round forward, rock forward. One more time. Inhale, open and expand, finding the balance, not being afraid to tumble. Exhale, round forward. Touch the fingers down to the mat. Keep your toes spinning out and just begin to lengthen through the legs any amount. Once you're there, inhale to find a little length through the spine. Exhale, take the length over the steadiness of the legs. Relax the head and the neck. And then heel toe the feet back together. in a more traditional Tadasana. Keeping the feet together, begin to walk the hands forward, finding your downward facing dog with the feet together. Press down and forward through the palms. Lift the pelvis up toward the sky. Knees can stay soft if that helps to keep the spine lengthening. Or maybe beginning to straighten through the legs, maybe thinking about the heels dropping toward the mat. Great. On your next inhale, lift that right leg high to the sky, bend the knee, and open through the hip. Have a nice deep breath here, just feeling that added expansion through the body. And as you exhale, glide forward, right knee to the nose, hover in your high plank. Look between the hands and try to land the right foot there. Lower the back knee, untuck the toes, press into the fingertips, and lift the center of the chest, low lunge. Draw the inner thighs gently together. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Let the hips sink as the chest lifts gently. Drop the arms, grasp your 10 fingers together behind the back, lengthen through the arms any amount, and feel how that naturally lifts the chest. If you've got a bit more, glide the knuckles down the back of that left leg and lift the center of the chest, maybe looking up, maybe even one day looking behind you. Have another nice deep breath here. Place one hand on either side of your front foot, tuck your back toes and straighten your back leg, high lunge. Lower the back heel to a 45-degree angle and step your right hand inside your right foot. Keep your legs exactly as they are and begin to walk your hands on a long diagonal toward the left as the right knee continues to fall out to the right. Steady through the legs here. Imagine drawing the right hip back in space as you spider crawl those right fingertips forward in opposition, any amount more. A nice time to witness the breath, maybe the wrinkles in the forehead, maybe even how you've chosen to position the body. Make any subtle changes so that being with yourself feels nice. And then walk the hands back toward the right foot, and on an inhale, cartwheel all the way up to your warrior two. Maybe needing to adjust the feet a little bit, widening through your stance, opening the hips and the chest in the same direction, and diving into that right knee. Hold steady for another deep breath. Straighten the right leg, left hand to the outer edge of the left leg, reach the right fingertips high for the sky, and just reverse the stretch for a breath or two. And on an exhale, side angle pose, bend into the right knee, right elbow to the top of the right thigh, and up and over you go with the left fingertips. Continue to bend into the right knee, maybe looking down to be sure that the knee and the toes are in line with one another. Draw the belly gently up and in, and imagine a long line of energy from the outer edge of the left foot through the left fingertips. Great. Place the left hand to the left hip, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Step that left foot halfway in. Place the right hand in front and a little to the side of your right foot and begin to push down into that right foot to stand on the right leg. Left leg extends behind you, standing equally as strong against the back wall or the back space of your mat. And continuing to look down as you open your body as if you could lean onto a wall behind you. Right. Maybe extending the left arm up to the sky, maybe looking in the direction of those fingers. Not being attached to any particular destination, but keeping a hold of the breath. your attitude and your body and making subtle shifts along the way so that every investigation feels comfortable in some way. And then touch the left hand down to the mat, square the hips, standing splits. Soften the right knee, reach all the way back with your left foot to a high lunge. Plant the palms and step the right foot back to join it, downward facing dog. Inhale here. As you exhale, gently lower the knees to the mat. Big toes touch. Separate the knees, child's pose. Spider crawl those hands forward as the hips sit heavily back. And a nice moment to gather a deep breath and depart the lips on your exhale and just let any of the residue of your effort go. Find one or two more big deep breaths here. And wherever you are, even in this more intimate, supported place, anything that you can shift about the breath, the body, your attitude, to feel you're a participant in your life. And then look between the hands, glide forward to your hands and knees, center up the knees, tuck the toes, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Step the feet a little closer together, send that left leg high to the sky, bend the left knee, open through the hips and get a big deep stretch. Great, on an inhale, glide forward, knee to nose, high plank. Look between the hands and step your left foot there, maybe assisting it with the left hand. Lower the back knee to the mat, untuck the toes, press into the fingertips, and offer your heart forward. And once you've got your balance, inhale, sweep the arms all the way up overhead. Great. Lower the arms to grasp the fingers together, maybe opposite pinky on top. Lengthen through the arms, lift the chest, and maybe gliding backwards to expose the front of the body more. Maybe just being comfortable staying where you are and breathing and enjoying. Right. One hand to either side of that front foot. Tuck your back toes, high lunge, straighten the back leg. Lower the back foot to a 45-degree angle. Step the left hand inside the left foot. Keep the legs as you walk your hands to a long diagonal on the right side. Left hip continues to draw back in space. Left knee falling out to the left as the hands walk in a downward dog-like position out in front to the right. Spider crawling those left fingertips forward. Any amount more. Are you breathing? Walk the hands back inside your left foot. Get steady with your legs and cartwheel those arms up to a warrior two pose. Left knee in line with the left toes, hips and shoulders open in the same direction, steady and strong through the legs, light and soft through the upper body. Good. Straighten the left leg, let the right hand fall to the outer edge of the right leg and reach the left fingers up, 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 maybe even a little bit back. And as you exhale, left elbow to left thigh, side angle pose. Right arm sweeps up and overhead. Strong and straight through the right leg, bending into the left knee, maybe looking down to ensure that it's still in line with the toes. And then drawing the belly up and in as you rotate the rib cage up and open any amount more. Half moon pose. Drop the right hand to the right hip. Step the right foot halfway in. Reach for the ground in front of your left foot and begin to stand into your left leg. Straight and strong through the right leg to keep it light and active, part of your sculpture. Keeping your gaze on the floor to find more steadiness as you open the hips, almost as if you're leaning back against a wall behind you. Maybe the right arm reaches for the sky, maybe the gaze comes up to the right fingertips. If that causes you to topple or struggle with your balance, can you just enjoy that investigation? Not with any expectation of perfection, but really enjoying the investigation of what it's like to maybe not feel so in control. And then look to the ground, touch your right fingertips down, square the hips, standing splits. Soften the left knee, reach far back with those right toes, landing in a high lunge. Great. One hand on either side of the front foot, downward facing dog. Have a nice deep breath here. And as you exhale, knees to the mat, child's pose once again. Big toes touch, separate the knees, sit the hips back, and indulge in a long, deep stretch forward. Relax the ears between the upper arms, maybe the forehead coming to rest on the mat. Wherever you are, again, a beautiful time to regain the breath, to feel how maybe it's easier to feel comfortable when the situation is more supported. Not letting go of your awareness here, but maybe just seeing how perhaps it's a little easier to keep a hold of it. Beautiful. Look between the hands. Glide forward to your hands and your knees. Tuck the toes. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Look between the hands. Bring your feet forward. Uttanasana at the top of your mat. Great. Inhale. Lift halfway. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale. Fold. Inhale all the way to stand. All the way up. Exhale the arms by the sides. Great. Place your hands to your hips and take a big step out with one leg or the other to face the long edge of your mat. Prasarita Padottanasana. Look down. Make sure your toes and heels are in line with one another and the legs quite wide. If you spread your arms, ankles about under the wrists. And then place the hands to the hips again and spin your heels in so that the toes are pointing out and the heels are coming in. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, Garudasana, arms right under left, crossing at the elbows, wrists, thumbs come to face you. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the knees out to either side and squat down. Option for the arms here, just to give yourself a hug, because who doesn't need that every once in a while? Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more time. Inhale, straighten, toes are relaxed. Exhale, bend. Great. Inhale, straighten. Spin those heels back out and bring the feet parallel to one another once again. Inhale here, keeping the arms, and as you exhale, fold at the hips. Folding forward into a deep forward fold over your wide legs. Doing your best to keep the binding of the arms, but if that causes any discomfort in the neck, relaxing the fingertips to the mat, maybe to a bolster or a blanket that's nearby. But wherever you are, do your best to relax the head and the neck and enjoy another deep breath or two. As you're ready, unbind the hands. Once you're there, reach the top of the head down to the mat and begin to walk the hands out in opposite directions, maybe even beyond the feet. Fingertips stay connected with the mat, kind of pawing through those fingertips, reaching out in opposite directions and rolling the weight onto the balls of the feet. Have another nice deep breath here. And then walk the hands back to the center. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, rise to stand. And as you exhale, spin those heels in again, heels in, toes out. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, Garudasana arms, other side, left under right. Cross at the elbows, cross at the wrists, and spin your thumbs to face you. Inhale here. Exhale, bend those knees out wide and pause. Hold here, letting the tailbone drop heavy toward the ground, drawing the belly up and in. And if you want a little added challenge here, just lift the heels away from the mat. Finding the steadiness and joy in all the little shakes and wiggles of your balance. Anything here to change or shift about your attitude, breath, or body to let you participate in your choice making. Great. Lower the heels if they're lifted, straighten the legs, spin the heels out and the toes in, feet parallel to one another as you inhale, exhale, dive forward, keeping the arms. At any point, releasing the binding of the arms, or keep them for a few moments more as you relax the head and the neck, rolling the weight to the balls of the feet. Inhale, release the binding of the arms and lift the body halfway. Exhale, take that length as you fold forward over the steadiness of the legs, the spine cascading over the strength of the legs. And then as you're ready, walk your body over to the right. The left hand may be finding the outer edge of the right ankle. Have a nice deep breath here, just recognizing the new situation, the world kind of upside down and twisted. And then if you've got room and it feels like a nice idea, just spider crawl those right fingertips directly forward. And maybe pull gently with the left arm to spin your gaze under your right arm. Rocking the weight gently onto the balls of the feet. Enjoying a deep breath wherever you've landed. And then walking the right hand back, releasing the left. Inhale to lift halfway, finding some length in the spine, and just have a few little bounces of the knees here, relaxing through the hips and the legs. Great. As you're ready, lengthen the legs once again. Dive the body forward between the legs. And as you're ready, walk your body weight over to the left. Right hand maybe finding the outside of the left ankle. Relax the head and the neck. And then maybe spider crawling those left fingertips directly in front of you as you pull gently with the right arm to look under your left arm. Have a nice deep breath here. Maybe imagine shifting that right hip a little back to the right. And then release whatever you've gotten yourself into. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, rise to stand. And exhale, a little hop to bring the feet together. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, just let them fall to your sides. Let's try that 2 more times. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, anything with your breath, body, or attitude to make you feel comfortable with the honesty that you find. Natarajasana dancer pose. Shift the weight into your left leg and begin to bend the right knee, reaching back with your right hand for the inner edge of the foot if possible, outer edge maybe. If the knees come wide apart, when you grab that foot, try to draw them back together and then place the left hand to the hip just to encourage the low belly to draw gently up and in. Great. Reach the left arm high for the sky once you've got your balance, and then maybe kicking back with the right foot into the right hand to begin to lift that leg back behind you. As you kick back and up, steady and strong with your tree trunk left leg, reach the left fingertips up for the sky. Try not to dive down in front of you, but continue to reach up as if you're a bow, reaching up for the sky. Reach up, kick up. Reach up, kick up. Relax your forehead. Reach up, kick up. Super slow motion as you reverse out. Drop both feet to the floor. Inhale, reach up and stretch. And exhale, arms by the sides. Great. We'll try the other side. Right hand to your right hip, steady into the right leg. Bend the left knee and reach back for that foot. Hand finding the outer edge of the foot or the inner edge. Strong and steady through that right leg. Reach the right arm up for the sky. Draw the knees a little closer together and strong through the belly as you start to kick back and up. Kick back and up, kick back and up. Keep reaching those right fingertips up in front of you. If you're inside a room or your house, oops, it's a little windy in here, reach for where the ceiling and the wall meet each other. Reach up and back with the leg, up and forward with the hand. Kick, reach, kick, reach. Are you breathing? Are you enjoying? One more deep breath here. And again, super slow motion as you return out both legs to the floor. Beautiful. Step to the top of your mat if you're not there already, finding Tadasana for a moment. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, and as you exhale, fold gently forward. Place the hands on either side of the feet and walk the feet back to downward facing dog, and enjoy a big, delicious stretch here. Palms pressing down and forward, hips lifting gently up, heels dropping for the mat. Inhale, and as you exhale, lower the knees gently to the mat. Sit the hips back to the heels, and just shift the hips to one side or the other to begin to straighten the legs in front of you. I'm going to reorient myself just a little bit to face you here. Great. Sit really tall on the hips. Flex the toes up toward the sky, and maybe rock a little bit right and left to find Dandasana staff pose. Hands by the sides of the hips, shoulders relaxed, spine really nice and tall, legs gently straight, chin drops toward the chest as the chest lifts toward the chin. Beautiful. As you're ready, lift the gaze. Bend your right knee into your chest and let the right knee fall out to the right. Take a look at whatever edge of the mat you're facing and just make your shin parallel to that edge. As you're ready, bend the left leg, stack the left ankle right on top of your right knee, and see if you can also stack the left knee right on top of the right ankle. Modification here is just a cross-legged position, maybe even Baddha Konasana. But as we take fire log pose here, take the palms of your hands against the soles of your feet and give a little gentle push of the feet into the hands and the hands into the feet. If the knee is high up off that ankle, it's okay, but you can also slide a cushion under there to give you a little assistance. Wherever you are, close your eyes for a moment, relax your jaw, and breathe. If you've got room and you're familiar with this position, maybe folding and diving forward over the legs a little bit. As we dive into the hips, we dive into a lot of our habitual patterns and our history. So anything here again that you can shift in your attitude, breath or body to stay alive in the conversation. Remember that you're the one driving the ship of your reactions. And then as you're ready, coming back to sit if you're folding forward, just unfolding those legs, feet flat to the floor. Inhale, rock forward, lift the chest. Exhale, rock back, roll back. Tuck the chin to the chest. Great. Come on back to a seat and we'll try the other side. So left knee bending in, left shin parallel to the front edge of the mat. Right leg bending on top, right ankle in line with the right knee on top of the left ankle. And then once again, palms of the hands to the soles of the feet, making a really beautiful energetic circle here throughout the whole body as you make the connection of these extremities here. And then maybe just closing your eyes and finding your way with your breath, or maybe indulging in a gentle folding forward here. Wherever you are, can you relax your jaw a little bit? Maybe imagining this metaphorically as something that is a little less comfortable in life, and just witnessing what the mind wants to do, what the breath wants to do, what the body wants to do. And using any one of those three tools to find some ease in your investigation so that you are still participating. Knowing that you can change anything at any time. Right. Come on back out of that situation. Right. Unwind the feet once again. A deep breath in to rock forward, lift the chest. A sweet breath out to round through the spine and spread between the shoulder blades. Great. From here, just begin to extend the legs out in front of you and then see if you can open to about a 45-degree angle, maybe a little bit farther if that's available. If it's difficult to sit up tall in this position, maybe rolling the mat to give you a little boost under the hips or reaching for a cushion. Wherever you are, inhale, reach the arms out to either side. Place the right hand to the right thigh or shin. Flip the left palm up, and as the right hand slides toward the right ankle, the left arm is just sweeping up overhead. Do your best to spin your rib cage open toward the sky, open toward the front of your space. And imagine the right side of the body as long and stretched as the left, as maybe you descend into the stretch a little bit more. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. Good. Inhale back to the center, and we'll try the other side. Left hand to the front of the left leg, right palm flips up to the sky, and then left hand sweeping down toward the left ankle as the right arm sweeps up, rainbows up overhead. Opening the chest toward the front, imagining that you can extend through both sides of the body, and then maybe bending into that left elbow to give you more space to dive down into the stretch. Breath is easy and fluid. Great. Inhale back to the center. Place the palms in front of you to your mat. And maybe just enjoying yourself here. Or begin to walk forward just one paw print at a time, pausing for a breath every step to recognize the honesty of your situation and deciding how to interact with it. Breath, body, attitude, your tools. Descending and reaching forward, any amount for a few breaths more, doing your best to keep your knees and your toes facing the ceiling. And for the last breath or two, can you just relax your head between your arms or in the direction of your arms? And enjoy as your body responds to your suggestions. Great. And then walk the hands back to bring you to a seat. Soften the knees as you draw them together, feet flat to the floor, and give yourself a hug. Hug the arms around the knees, drop the forehead to the tops of the knees if possible, and just have a few deep breaths in this little seedling pose. Hugging all your experiences back into the center. And even hear anything with the breath, the body, or the attitude to find greater ease, to feel comfortable with whatever you've found. And then as you're ready, lift the gaze. Step the feet a little farther in front of you. Reach the fingertips forward, and one vertebrae at a time, roll all the way down to the back. Once you're there, reach the hands up, reach the toes down, stretch the body in opposite directions. And we'll begin to close where we began. Draw that right knee up into the chest and give it a gentle hug. As you're ready, just draw it across the left side of the body, finding a gentle twist. Have one more deep breath here in your gentle twist, and then bring the right knee back into the chest, and we'll try a little half happy baby here. So reach up and grab the outer edge of that right foot, continuing to hug the thigh into the rib cage. Keep the rest of the body relaxed. Always an option to bend the bottom leg, placing the foot flat to the floor. And give that right leg a hug up, in, and around the right side of the rib cage. If you'd like to extend the right leg in any way, in any direction, just go ahead and explore extending it up and out to the right side. And then draw the knee gently back into the chest. Bend the left knee to join it and have a little rock right to left. And then keep a hold of the left knee as you extend the right leg beneath you. Hug the left knee into the chest. And as you're ready, gently draw it across the right side of the body, extending the left arm out to the left. Have a gentle breath or two here. And then draw the left knee back into the chest. Half happy baby on the left side. Reach up for the outer edge of the left foot. Use the strength of your left arm to draw the left thigh up and around the left side of the rib cage, and pause for a breath or two. And then if it felt like a good idea on the right side, you can begin to extend that left leg out and up in any way to explore different variations of this situation with joy and awareness and breath. Great. And then hug that left knee back into the chest. Bring the right knee in to join it. Place the feet flat to the floor. Let the arms rest by the sides of the body. On an inhale, just lift the hips away from your mat, extending through the front of the body. And as you exhale, one vertebrae at a time, back down to the mat. 2 more times like that. Inhale, press into the feet to lift the hips away from the mat. Exhale, gently lower down. One last time. Inhale, finding a little baby bridge pose here, expanding across the front of the body. Exhale, lower down. And let this exhale be really long and indulgent as you extend the legs out toward Shavasana. Spin the palms to face the ceiling or the sky. Press into the back of the head, the tops of the shoulders to snuggle the shoulder blades together. And as you're ready, close your eyes and we'll take 10 nice big deep breaths together. As you gently make your awareness more keen toward these 10 deep breaths, feeling how they have a natural ability to soothe and accompany the body and the mind. Knowing that anything you find along the way, as you begin to confront yourself more deeply through the practice, through being with yourself more, is completely valid. Every habit, every thought, every decision we make is the result of doing the best that we can in any given moment. And when we recognize that it no longer serves, we just let it go with gratitude and have the courage to try something new. At the end of your 10 breaths, take one more nice big deep breath in, and as you exhale, part the lips and a gentle sigh out. Stay in Shavasana for as long as you'd like. Or begin to extend the arms up overhead, reaching through the toes beneath you, stretching through the whole body one more time, and then bending the knees, placing the feet flat to the floor, and rolling to one side or the other. Pause here for a breath or two. And as you're ready, find your way to a tall, comfortable seat. Maybe keeping your eyes closed to readjust your situation, or maybe just keeping your gaze easy and soft for another moment more as you find your tall seat. Reach the top of your head toward the sky. Relax your shoulders and feel the ballast, the anchoring of your hips and your legs. Take another nice deep breath here. And one last offering. Any simple shifts of body, attitude, or breath. To have one more deep breath here to close your practice in utter ease and comfort. And bring the palms together in Anjali Mudra in front of the heart. And gratitude for perhaps just this time together today. Namaste.